People who don't use social media aren't avoiding life. They're protecting something most people already lost. Please like and subscribe. In the next few minutes, you'll understand what actually goes on in the mind of someone who stays offline. Not the stereotype, not the moral debate, the psychology. And by the end, you might see your own scrolling habits very differently. Please like and subscribe. You open an app without thinking. Your thumb already knows where to go. One post becomes 10. 10 becomes 30. Later, you feel oddly tired. Not physically, mentally. And then you remember someone you know. They don't use social media. No Instagram. No X. No endless feed. They seem calm. Present. Hard to read. You've probably thought, how do they live like that? But here's the unsettling question. What if the people who quit social media didn't lose connection? What if they escaped something invisible that the rest of us are still inside? Hold that thought. At the core, this isn't about apps. It's about attention. The human brain treats attention like oxygen. Where you send it, your inner world grows. Social media fragments attention. It trains the mind to jump from thought to thought, emotion to emotion. People who don't use social media often share one trait. They are unusually sensitive to mental noise. Think of the mind like a room. Most people keep the TV on, music playing, notifications buzzing. Some people can't think clearly in that room, so they turn everything off. Not out of discipline, out of self-preservation. Here's what most people miss. Many non-social media users aren't anti-technology. They're anti-external identity. Social platforms reward performance. You're subtly trained to see yourself from the outside. How do I look? How do I sound? How will this be received? Psychologically, this creates a split. The observer self becomes louder than the experiencing self. People who stay offline tend to value first-person living. They want to feel life, not monitor it. That's rare and deeply countercultural. We assume people without social media are disconnected, but psychologically, many of them are more grounded. They don't know every trend, but they know when they're tired, when they're bored, when they're excited. They haven't outsourced their sense of meaning to a feed. Ironically, the ones constantly connected are often the most detached from themselves. So maybe the real question isn't, why don't they use social media? Maybe it's this. What part of yourself becomes quiet? When the feed finally goes silent, pause.